All right, we're up to the next part here, and painting's coming along. So, what I'm going to do next, again, working with this Canson paper, it's still pretty damp, so I am going to probably have to do the last part once it's totally dry, just to get those a little darker in there, so the pigment doesn't combine with what's already there in the water. So, but we can do a next step, and what I'm going to do is kind of work kind of across this area right here and touch up some of that, and then we'll see. I have decided we do need to come back into, which I figured, into these areas a little bit. But I got some ideas on maybe how we can do that. Maybe a little bit with some spray bottles. We'll see how that goes. So, going to start kind of working across here with a little more details and some of that background, which will take some concentration. The good news is I did find my smaller rigger brush. So this one is, it's got an, yeah, it's a 0. All right. So it has about a half inch bristle on it, and it's real thin. And you can do a lot of great stuff with this little brush. So do love it. Probably why I misplaced it, huh? All right, here we go. Jump right in here. Again, I'm going to kind of work left to right. I'm going to need to maybe even put my picture right there so I can concentrate a little bit. I want to touch up some of this background, so that's what we're going to do. Again, I'm going to grab some of my yellow, pencil yellow. And even just grabbing some of this blue off the edge of my palette here kind of gets me a green, which I'm going to use for that background. Just going to punch it a little bit. Actually need to reactivate my some of my colors are still wet here, and a number of them are not. So I'm going to just punch out a little bit with a little bit of that turquoise again. Gives me a nice green. And what the heck, I threw a little bit of my Viridian in there as well. All right, so let's see my line here. Just going to run that right back here. A line of green that I did not pick up the first time. There's a little sand trap back in here. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with. Going to keep it, not keep it. And there's this little path, so I'm just leaving that. What I'm doing is there's a second green back here that I want to just kind of keep a little bit. Yeah, it's amazing because I threw all that water on here. This is still pretty damp, actually. Okay, yep, I like the way that looks. That can just be a second green. That's good. And the same thing behind my other green back here. There is some green. So we're gonna get that in there.